It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb. Good to be with you. Mike Tariq, Greg, as the kids like to say, you played with back in your day, who are now the Veteran Players League. And we got veterans here. What a difference it makes for a team when they...
Oh, and it really does. Is to gain it. The more you see, the better in the NFL. That these guys need so many games since they've seen advantage for each of these teams. Now the question is, in today's matchup, who comes out on top?
He's across the 20, taking just shy of the 25. The Rams offense field for the first time. They're led out, Greg, by the number 1 overall in 2009, Matt Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback. Talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly was just the fact that teams that were left to play really immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. He's just trying to...
And he'll be taken out up at the 40-yard line.
And this is what you can do with receiver game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
On the ground, her namer, Kyron Williams. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on up. Second and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got a man. That's Nakua, complete. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for a Rams.
First defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
A give, and here comes Williams. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. It's another run here for Williams. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. They put Adams in motion. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion, continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Tough to bring down. Finally, the defense gets him on the ground. It'll be no gain on that play.
This play right here is just a clear example of just how hard it is to bring this back down, Mike. I mean, he had to break multiple tackles just to get back to the original line of scrimmage. But give credit to the defense. They kept bringing bodies at him, and they're eventually able to get him down for no gain.
They'll go again with Williams. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Wow, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop.
Huddle coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run it. First carry of the game for Blake Corum. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. This one caught at the 4. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown. Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question, 2nd and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's got to be here on 2nd and goal.
One more time for Williams. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1, setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he's so close to breaking the plane, but the official's going to come in and mark him short. So now it's 4th down.
How about this for a goal line stand, Mike? Your back's against a wall, back-to-back plays, you hold tight. They set themselves up here to defend a 4th and goal try.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Williams. Good blocking, and he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first, and now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. It's up and through, and the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
And here we see Dak Prescott taking the field, Mike, coming off what a lot of people thought was an MVP caliber season. He finished runner-up, of course, to Lamar Jackson. And people love to nitpick Dak's game. I don't know if it's because he plays for the Cowboys and people love to hate. But regardless, he is as talented as they come. He is the leader of that team. He needs to have the postseason success that he has found in the regular season. Once he does that, I'm not sure what's left to nitpick.
A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He'll find his tight end. That's Jake Ferguson. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
I just love the feel this tight end has, Mike, for the defense when they play zone coverage. Certain guys, they want to run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and they end up going from uncovered space to covered space, but not the case here. He knew he was open. He knew he was in the right spot. He stayed open. The quarterback delivered a good ball.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. One of his teammates there to take it back in. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
And I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover. Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the ground, it's the rookie from UT. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
Aubrey's kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's 7-3. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. And the drive begins with a run by Williams. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Deron Bland with the tackle. Second down and 8. Here's a handoff to Williams. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Throw it on third down, Stafford. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So on fourth down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. Now the return, and he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Cowboys offense ready to take over for their second possession. They trail by 4, touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw is Prescott. A throw left side, but it's incomplete.
This is why it's so critical that the quarterback and his intended target are on the same page. They got to speak the same language. When there's miscommunication, it leads to errant throws, and when errant throws lead to big missed opportunities.
On 3rd down, Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough 3rd down situation, and now it brings up 4th down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. 7-3 is our score. And we're back at SoFi in SoCal after this. On 4th down, the veteran Brian Anger onto punt for Dallas. They send Britton Covey back deep. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Rams offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results. Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Not exactly the type of drive to write home about, Mike. 3 passes, 3 incompletions, no yards gained. And I really can't blame any of these fans who have continued to voice their frustration, especially after that last series of play calls.
Here's Ethan Evans now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. To return, it is Turpin. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll start out first down and 10. To throw is Dak. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
Pistol now for Prescott. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
First and 10. Dak to throw. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
They'll throw again, Dak. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
To the air again, Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Prescott now. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The pass protection's been a little bit shaky at times, and that was the case there. And even though they're not going to go down for allowing a sack, it was allowing the pressure that ultimately prevented that pass from being complete.
Third and long. Throwing is Prescott. Now a loose football. And this is taken in by the defense. How about the defense getting to the quarterback, getting access to the ball, knocking it free, and coming up with the recovery?
I'd like to see the quarterback just be a little more secure with the ball, Mike. You can see he's just a little loose, especially when you're operating from the pocket. But give credit to the defender. Nice job attacking the ball, knocking it loose and recovering it, and that is a big takeaway here by this defense.
The Rams offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And this will be incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And that is incomplete.
We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. So you know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball. And in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Here's their punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Cowboys offense make their way out to take over once more. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And they're going to move this one all the way up near the 30-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's got the open man. That's Jalen Tolbert. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Prescott again. Has completed right side to Ferguson. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
One of the things that makes him one of the best receivers in the NFL, Mike, is his ability to create separation downfield. He makes it so easy for his quarterback to not only find him, but to constantly create a nice throwing window like he did right there.
Again, Prescott to the air. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Now, and he's in! Dak Prescott, touchdown Dallas. That is a heartbreaker for the defense. They took away what he wanted to do in the air, Greg, but that scrambling ability gets him to the end zone for the touchdown.
And the reason he was able to take advantage with his legs here, Mike, is he made a fast decision realizing there was nowhere to go with the ball. The amount of guys the defense had in coverage took those passes away. He tucked the ball down, took advantage of the space, and he was able to take it all the way.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cowboys are on top. It's now 10-7. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. On the give, it's Williams. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. They put Adams in motion. Off play action. It's Stafford. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
Every team has those vertical shots, Mike. They're on the call sheet, and they feel like they can get behind the defense. I think that was one of them, and just couldn't quite connect downfield because he had pretty good separation.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack. Micah Parsons, too tough to stop, gets in to bring him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
On comes the punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. This fielded inside the 35. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the option, here's Williams. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. On 2nd down, it's Dak. That one incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd down. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 2nd time. And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Rams offense ready to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Here's the give up the middle with Williams. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. The motion man is Nakua. Play action now for Stafford. This one complete to Atwell. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. And this will be a short pickup down to the 45. The All-Pro Micah Parsons there for the stop. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now it's Williams. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker. Here's the punter now, as he is on to punt for the Rams. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll be brought down at about the 13-yard line. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I return to SoFi Stadium after a short break. Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. He runs with it. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Second down, Prescott going for it all. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him and will bring up 3rd down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him. Even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier. Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Dak. Pass brought in by Ferguson. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Cowboys going to use their 3rd and final timeout. as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll throw again. Dak. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we're at halftime with just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you cross-country to the Sunshine State. That's where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. All yours, Coach.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports halftime report. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these two teams. This was a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, has half number 2. Kicks off. The return starts from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line, and that's where the offense will take over. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Prescott. The open man is Tolbert. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
I think the defender thought he had himself a pick here, Mike. He saw that curl coming the entire way, but unfortunately for him, it was a curl and go. They took him deep. Leads to a huge pickup.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. A short throw caught by Ferguson. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Prescott. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. On the ground, this is Williams. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find the receiver, and down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Play fake. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down, sack. Second down, big play attempt, falls incomplete. And now to make matters worse, you got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
He'll try and get there on the ground. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal.
What I like the most here is just the decision that when he wants to be a runner, he commits to being a runner, and he's able to weave his way downfield, pick up the first down, sets up 1st and goal.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. Here's a run. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. Third and goal. Back to throw is Prescott. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but that once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Cowboys will extend their 3rd quarter lead. Back out is Brandon Aubrey. He had the field goal a moment ago, and now he'll send this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit, 6 points. So a touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. A give, and here comes Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. The motion man is Nakua. On 1st and 10, Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On 1st down, it is Williams. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Williams. And he'll manage to bring this down to about the 37. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there on the stop. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for it with Williams. They'll mark him down there at the 33, but that is good enough. A run gives him a 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Stafford now to throw on 1st down. This throw right side is caught by Adams. Here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
The motion man is Nakua. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. To the air again. Stafford. To the back of the end zone. He's got it. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, L.A.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, just buying a little extra time, waiting for his man to uncover on the back of the end zone, and then it just becomes, let's rip it and throw that ball in that window, because it might not stay open for long, but he puts it right where it needs to be. Touchdown.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams move out in front by a point. It's 14-13. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott and the Cowboy offense set to go again. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Dak to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Left side, caught by Lamb. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
3rd and short. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Pickens. To the air again, Prescott. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one, and you just can't throw the ball out of bounds. Give your receiver a chance to go up and compete for the ball, but when you miss that far wide, he's got no shot.
On the carry, it's Williams. And he nearly got the 1st down there. We'll give him 9 yards, but setting up a very manageable 3rd and 1.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the 1st down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Football continues after this. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll run it with Williams. Not a lot on that one. He'll take it down to the 36. Second down and 8. In motion, Lamb. Now a second down throw for Prescott. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
Dak going to throw it here on 1st down. Inside the 10, it is caught. They get 14 yards and set up 1st and goal.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long.
And he's in. Jalen Tolbert, touchdown Cowboys. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
All right, so the Cowboys set to go for 2. Prescott again. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. The Rams have it.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. A return now from the 4. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once again. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Out of the shotgun, they give it to Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
Williams gets it on the draw. And this is going to be a Rams 1st down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
Typically in a third down situation like this, Mike, you're thinking pass, but give credit to this offensive play caller. He flips his tendencies upside down, keeps the ball on the ground. Not only does he get a fresh set of downs, they pick up good yardage.
First down, Stafford. That's to Higbee, the tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Second down, it's Stafford. He gets this to the veteran tight end, Higbee. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. To throw is Stafford. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's the shots.
First and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. And that time, the pressure, too much. He'll go down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll go with Williams. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep him to no gain. You don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
Third and long. Here's Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
And this one online, and it is good. And they inch a bit closer here in this fourth quarter. So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. The lead is 2, and they're going to try to make something happen here, starting with a first and 10. Drive begins with a run by Williams. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Play fake. Prescott. He's going to tuck it and go.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
On the handoff, it is Williams running to the right. Not much. Second and long coming up. From the shotgun, it's Dak. He's got the tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's just such a tough throw. I mean, that's all arm. Being able to get your body turned and throw back across your body. I mean, it's one thing if you're just throwing it a couple yards to a check down. But in this case, he's still willing and able to push the ball downfield. And there does come some danger when you throw back across. But in this case, it's a big completion.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. He's got it at about the 8. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. We're going to see if they can put this one out of reach.
An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it with Williams. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Dallas. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Now, an important extra point here to maybe salt this one away. The kick is good. And the Cowboys will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Rams offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They trail here by a couple of scores. The margin is 9 as this drive starts with first down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the out route.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Trying to get to the edge. He will not get there. As a matter of fact, he was taken down behind the line. And that brings up 4th down.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott set to take over again. And it has been a rough night at the office. We go through the highlights. They are really lowlights. Relentless pressure. Receivers unable to get open. They cannot connect in the passing game. It has been a night to forget for the quarterback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
2-possession lead, 4th quarter. This is the time, Mike, when you really can rely heavily on your run game. Everybody in the stadium knows you're going to run it, including the defense. They just can't come up with an answer to stopping it.
Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on time. Dak gonna run with it himself. And he's gonna be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Now it's Williams. And he's going to be close to a 1st down. Looks like he'll have just enough to keep the chains moving. They'll run. It's Williams. He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Whistles here and a timeout. Defense going to take this one with 1:51 to go. Ball at the 3, second down and goal. One more time for Williams. He slams it in there, and he is in. Javonte Williams. Touchdown, Cowboys. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Prescott leading the Cowboys to the line for this 2-point try. They'll drop to throw. And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
The quick passing game in the NFL, Mike, is so dependent on yards after the catch. You got to generate space with the scheme, and then it's up to the receiver to do the rest. In this case, nice job defensively, because this guy couldn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Unloads downfield, looking for Nakua. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And he's going to have the Rams first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you...
And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Now, on 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
Stafford from the gun on 3rd down. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
And that is just a bad time for a mental mistake. You have to secure that ball before you worry about turning upfield. You know it's 4th down. You know where the marker is. You've got to make that catch and keep this drive alive.
Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So it's a win for the Cowboys. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night.